Hi guys, it's Miss Loomis. Welcome to my reading room. I'm so happy to see you today. Hi, how are you? Um, just as I promised your mamas yesterday, I'm going to read you a book today. And this book is, and you're going to love it. At least I hope you're going to love it because we've read about this guy before. We have read one of his books at Halloween. We read one of his books at Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and then we read another one around Valentine's Day. And here's the book. It's called Last One In is a Rotten Egg. And do you remember this guy? Does he look familiar? Remember, his name is Gilbert. And remember, Gilbert has a little sister, and he's got some best friends. And this guy always seems to get into trouble. I don't know how. He always seems to get into some kind of trouble, doesn't he? Well, I want you to take a good look at this book. Do you see anything wrong with this book? Look right here. Somebody, somebody took a bite out of my book. I think it was Lucy. She's over there asleep, but maybe she'll wake up and make an appearance later. But yeah, when she was little, she tried to eat my book. Okay, so anyway, let's read about Gilbert and see what he's up to now. This one, again, the title of the book is Last One In is a Rotten Egg. The author is Diane deGroat. Now, you know that the author is the person who writes the book. They write the book. And if I open it up here, picture, um, it actually does not say who the illustrator is. Do you remember what an illustrator is? An illustrator is somebody who draws the pictures. Here's what my pictures look like. It says Gilbert and Lola were excited. Their cousin Wally was coming. They hadn't seen him in a long time, and they were looking forward to his visit. He's here! Lola shouted from the window. The door burst open and Wally tumbled in. See, there's Gilbert, there's Lola, and here comes their cousin Wally. Last one in is a rotten egg, he yelled. Uncle Gus appeared in the door behind him. Hello, all, he said, picking up the umbrella stand that Wally had knocked over. Wally was much bigger than Gilbert remembered. He was almost as tall as Uncle Gus. Some of you guys have gotten really tall this year. You're just in time for lunch, Mother said. I made soup and sandwiches. Last one in is a rotten egg, Wally shouted, running to the table. Gilbert walked quickly to his seat. Lola walked quickly too. They didn't want to be rotten eggs. Would you want to be a rotten egg? Mother didn't care if she was a rotten egg. She carefully served the soup before sitting down. She said to Wally, You'll have fun this afternoon. There's an Easter egg hunt in the park. How many of you guys been on an Easter egg hunt before? I have. They're pretty fun too. Wally made a face and said, Egg hunts are for babies. But Gilbert wanted his friends to meet Wally. There's a prize if you find the most eggs, he said cheerfully. And there's a prize if you find the golden egg, Lola added. I'm going to look really hard and find it. I'll go, said Wally, but I still think it's stupid. Then he stuffed the last of his peanut butter sandwich in his mouth, saying, "Last one finished is a rotten egg." There they are at the park. At the park, Wally didn't want to stay with Gilbert and his friends. He took a basket and headed for the starting line. "Your cousin is not really friendly," Patty said. Now remember, here's Patty. Patty is one of Gilbert's really good friends, if you remember from the other books. "He just wants to win," Gilbert answered. Gilbert wanted to win too, so when the whistle blew, he ran after Wally, calling, "Last one up the hill is a rotten egg." They raced in all directions, looking under bushes and behind trees. "I found one!" Gilbert shouted from the bushes. "I found two!" Wally yelled from behind a tree. Patty and Lola searched the tall grass. "I can't find any eggs," Lola whined. "Look," Patty said. "There's one right by your foot." "I found one!" Lola cried. She proudly put the green plastic egg into her basket. Gilbert and Wally ran over to see if more eggs were hiding in the tall grass. Gilbert was anxious to find more because Wally's basket was almost full. But Lola's basket was almost empty. Gilbert sighed and gave Lola some eggs from his own basket. "Thanks," she said. "Let's find some more." Together they ran toward a patch of trees. You see how many Wally has, then look at Gilbert's basket, but then look at Lola's basket. There's not very many in there. Suddenly, Lola stopped running and shouted, "I see it! I see the golden egg up in that tree!" She stood on her toes, but she couldn't reach it. You see her down there, and there's Gilbert who's trying to reach it, and there is the golden egg on a branch way up in the tree. Neither could Gilbert. He couldn't reach it either. They needed somebody tall. He called to Wally. "Lola found the golden egg, but we can't get it." What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Wally will come over and help them get that egg? Let's find out. Wally said, "No problem." He stood on his toes and stretched higher and higher. "I got it!" he shouted. "Yay, Wally!" Gilbert said. There he is. See how he reached on, and look, he's kind of standing on his tiptoes. He got it! He got it! Wally dropped the egg into his basket and walked off. What? He put the egg in his basket and left? "Hey!" Gilbert called to Wally. "No fair! Lola found that egg." "But I'm the one who picked it up," Wally said. Lola cried, "I'm telling!" But Wally just said, "Tattletale." Was that fair? Was that a nice thing to do? I don't think so. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? That would not feel so good, would it? The whistle blew and the hunt was over, and everyone headed back to the starting line. Look at Lola's crying. She's very sad. And here's Gilbert and his friend, and they're kind of like, what is going on with him? And here's Wally with the golden egg. He's happy. Look at his face. He's like, "Ooh, I got a golden egg." Wally had more eggs in his basket than anyone else. He also had the golden egg. Wally said, "I like egg hunts. Let's go see what the prizes are." Gilbert had an idea. You're right, he said. Let's go see. Then he shouted, last one down is a rotten egg. Wally took off and ran down the hill. I win, he said. And when he looked back, Gilbert and Lola were still at the top, picking up all the eggs that had fallen out of Wally's basket, including the golden one. So look up here. When Wally started to run down the hill, his basket was so full that, look, he spilled all of them. He spilled all of them out. Oops, Wally said when he saw his empty basket. And here he is down at the bottom. Look at his basket is empty. For finding the golden egg, Lola won a beautiful sugar egg with a scene inside. For finding the most eggs, Gilbert won an Easter basket filled with chocolate eggs, cream eggs, and his favorite, marshmallow eggs. Look, here's Lola. She's got this pretty little egg, and she can look through it and see a picture. And then here's Gilbert. Look at all the goodies in his basket. I want some of them. I want that one. That one's a chocolate one. But Gilbert didn't feel right about taking the basket. He walked over to Wally and he said, you really found the most eggs, not me. You should have the prize. Wally turned red. Maybe we could share it, he suggested. And they did. Look, he ended up sharing with everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to show you the last. Happy Easter. I hope you liked the book. I'm going to read some more to you, so keep checking back for my videos. See you guys later.